welcome back to Exploring Whiskeys. I'm Eric.
I'm Kevin, and today we're gonna go into our first, Wild Turkey.
Which is a very recognizable brand.
Yeah, everybody knows Wild Turkey or has had some experience with Wild Turkey.
Some experience is better than others.
Yeah, and we used to use the 101 as kind of like palate preppers, but we never actually filmed drinking the 101.
A friend of mine turned me on to the 101.
Solid.
It's
a little,
especially for the price,
aggressive, but it's a solid.
But for the price, it's actually, well, for me, I would always put it over cube.
Yeah.
Melt it out a little bit.
Yep.
I enjoyed it. Now.
Well, let's see if you enjoy this one. This is the Wild Turkey Rare Breed Rye. So Rare Breed's been around for a handful of years for bourbons. They released this rye last year. So this is a 2020 brand new release. It's the first time Wild Turkey did a barrel proof,
yep,
non-chill filtered rye. So that's what this is. And
kudos to Kevin for buying a rye.
it is very hard to find, especially down here. So around Nashville area, this is something I've looked for, couldn't find. I actually found this in New Jersey. So that was one of the positives of, that was one of the cool finds while I was up in New Jersey was this particular bottle.
Just Wild Turkey in general seems to have that stereotype, like it's not good whiskey. I say it's actually bourbon. Sorry, it's not even a whiskey, it's a bourbon.
Well, this is rye.
Well, this particular bottle, but just in general, Wild Turkey.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of a reputation of what bottom shelf.
Yeah, and I
or
think
mixer
I
bourbon.
think it's wrong.
I agree.
I think overall they produce some solid bourbons.
Their Rare Breed, the bourbon, I really enjoy. Their Master's Keep collections, very, very good. From it's just such a big distillery that I think people kind of almost poo-poo it because it's that big. To Eric's point, the reason why I bought this rye was because this was the #5 best whiskey of 2020 according to Whisky Advocate. I was just like, all right, if it's the 5th best, I gotta try it. So, as soon as I saw it, I was like, yes.
Yeah, you smell the proof.
Yeah, so at barrel proof, which was interesting. So this is barrel proof at 112.2. My guess would be that means they're barreling their rye at about 110. And they're losing a little bit to a little bit of water, so the proof is coming up as they're aging it. It's more ethanol on the nose than it is rye.
Yeah, very strong ethanol. The finish, I'm getting a hug.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I'm getting a little hug, but you definitely pick up that tea, that peppery.
First note I got was pepper. And then yeah, there's a tea note, but there's a very like herbally tea note in there. Not bad, actually. A lot of around that is a lot of like caramel, vanilla. There's a sweetness that sits around that too. Age-wise, we know there's no age statement, but they've released that it's a blend of 4-year, 6-year, and 8-year.
Yep.
They don't release what the blend is, and they probably never will. They'll probably continue to, they'll tweak that blend to get to a certain taste profile.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. Yeah, the nose still is all ethanol.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's not a high proof. 112 is not ridiculously high.
No, but given the nose and the hug I got, I would drink this one over cube. Let it open up a little bit more.
Maybe,
let it
or
melt.
a touch of water or something along those lines.
Just let it mellow out a little bit.
Yeah, I can see that. Let's see. So some of the other information around this guy. So again,
they didn't start off doing this. I mean, it was bourbon for a while.
Oh, they were bourbon. The main distiller, Jimmy Russell, I think was the main distiller, and is still the master distiller. 60 some odd years as the master distiller for Wild Turkey. And his son, Eddie Russell, is also the master distiller. It's the only distillery ever to have a father and son duo being master distillers at the same time. They were not rye people. That wasn't their thing. But they kept making it, even when rye's...
Back in the 80s.
Yeah, when rye's in all whiskey. I mean that's...
I think back then
really,
ryes were more of a northern.
Yeah, but apparently, like that whole 80s and 90s really ended up being, a lot of people were doing like vodkas and infused things, and whiskey went way out of favor during that time frame. They kept doing it. They kept making it, and we were just like, yeah, it might come back. We'll figure it out. It's good. It's not bad. There's not, like, I don't have anything wrong with this. Number 5 out
I
of
enjoy this.
all 20. Woo. All 2020? I don't know.
The Whistle Pigs.
Well,
The heavy rye.
if you compare it to other ryes,
Canadian ryes, I would take this hands down.
but I would prefer the Old Overhold over this, and
Yeah.
this outbeat though. This beat the Overhold. Overhold was number 12.
I would disagree. I think the old Overhold's better than this.
Yes,
Maybe flip the rankings
I agree.
on that one. But I would.
It's not
rye
bad.
though.
It's not a bad rye by any means.
The whole Whistle Pig lineup, heavy
That
Canadian rye.
Yeah, that
It's
not our flavor profile.
no, it's not. Not that it's bad. It's not my. It doesn't fall in my
not your
flavor
wheelhouse.
profile. Nope.
Let's see. Mashbill, they do the minimum to qualify, so they are 51% rye. That's technically all you need to be a rye. Is the majority needs to be rye. So 51% rye, 37% corn, 12% malted barley. So it is a pretty, you're not going, like the Overholt didn't release the mash bill, but at some point that was probably a 95.5 at some point. There's probably corn in there now. But I want to say the Overholt was a little sweeter.
Yeah, I agree.
It's good.
Still no Colonel Taylor rye.
It is not.
That's just
That was
it's
candy.
on another level.
That was just a totally different drink. MSRP is about $60. I ended up paying over 77, 75, 70, something like that. I paid more because I couldn't find it.
Well,
And
but
I don't
I'm
know if
also
it was-
sure when it hits that magazine.
Yeah, everybody's, I got to buy it. It's the top 5. This is
sure
number 5 in
I'm
the
sure
top
every
5.
store just bumps it up a couple bucks
Yeah,
because it made that
You
top
could.
20 list.
Right.
And I don't blame them.
yep. No, I don't blame them either. It makes sense. I get it. I really, it's definitely not worth 77.
No,
That's
I would pay 50 for it.
But my kicker is the Overholt 27.
I know.
And I still think the Overholt's a better rye. It's fine. It's not a bad bottle. The other kicker is almost all of the Wild Turkey ryes are priced higher than their bourbons. I don't know if it's a quantity thing, like they make more bourbon than they make ryes, so they price them at a premium, or what it is. But if you look at like Russell's Reserve, which again, Jim Russell, Ed Russell, Bruce Russell, I think is the grandson, who actually picked this one. So the Russell's Reserve is directly tied to those master distillers. Their rye is priced higher than their bourbon. It's kind of a common theme for Wild Turkey, but
I think for them it's along the lines of it's kind of that next level.
it's also a little more expensive.
Well, but that's what I'm saying, that they're probably pricing it because they, like you said, they're traditional bourbons.
Yes.
Now like people are starting to specialize a little bit more. You got a rye. They feel like their rye is, well, now they made the list.
Yeah,
So-
now they made the list. Now they think they're...
So they made the list. So
I think they're hot
it's going to be
stuff.
priced a little bit more. I enjoy their bourbons more than their rye. I think their rye
their
is
rare
good.
breed rye, or rare breed bourbon, is really solid.
Yeah, the bourbons are much better than the rye. I think they're on the right line. But again, back to your point, the Overhold.
Was better for half the price, if not, or a third of the price of what I actually paid. Overall,
Yeah.
I think it's a good bottle. I think it's I like the fact that they did a barrel proof release. There's a lot of good things here. I'm hoping they up the production and the price comes back down towards that MSRP.
It will. I think ryes are gaining some popularity. And I think it'll come down.
I agree.
Because there's going to be more that are going to be coming out.
Yes, so there'll be more competition,
product,
so they'll
more
have
product,
to price
more
closer.
competition. So I think we'll see this one come down a little bit.
Yeah, good bottle.
Yep.
If you can find it, I'd totally grab it if you have that opportunity. I'd also grab the Old Overhold if you see it. That's a great bottle.
And the Colonel Taylor.
Yeah, if you see that, good luck.
That was a gift. So
Yeah, exactly.
first devil,
Yeah, first of the wild turkeys.
first of the wild turkey. We've got a few more. We own a few more.
Yes, we do.
So there'll be more to come. But we appreciate you joining. If you enjoyed this episode, we encourage you to hit the like button at the bottom of the screen.
And if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon so you get notified every time we put out a new episode. And let us know what is your thing for wild turkey. Like it, dislike it, whatever.
Or go to rye.
Yes, like that idea. What is your go-to rye? Let us know down in the comments.
Yep. Thanks for joining. We'll see you on the next episode.
Thanks for watching.
Cheers.